Considered one of Aquaman's greatest enemies, Black Manta has a singular hatred for the King of Atlantis. Black Manta has always inflicted a special kind of pain upon his archenemy, cementing his reputation as one of the most ruthless and driven supervillains in the DC universe. What's going on, guys? Multiverse here with yet another action figure review video, and today we're going to be having a look at the DC Direct Page Punchers Black Manta by Mcfarlane Toys. Starting off this video, guys, we're of course taking a look at the Page Punchers packaging, and it is of course that traditional red, white, and black with the open face window, DC Direct and Mcfarlane Toys name over in the top corner, and DC's logo down in the bottom corner, along with Black Manta's name. Flip over to the side, guys, we see Black Manta from the Aquaman comic that comes with a Page Puncher. Flipping over to the back, guys, is an image of the comic book cover and the figure himself, which still looks amazing with these product shots of the figure. They do look absolutely fantastic. Flipping over to the side, not really much going on other than DC Direct and Page Punchers at the bottom. Nothing really going on at the top other than more logos, and then down here at the bottom is the barcode for you barcode guys. Well, all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and rip the Black Manta out of his packaging and see how he looks. So right here, guys, is Black Manta, fresh out of the packaging, and for my first-hand impressions on this version of Black Manta, I absolutely love this figure. Mcfarlane Toys did an amazing job with this DC Direct Page Punchers. I really do love this line because we're getting these fantastic original body sculpts straight out of the pages of comics, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot stress this enough, how Black Manta is actually from head to toe solid black in his power suit. It kind of gives me like the first Aquaman movie 2018 vibes. Like, it looks freaking awesome. This right here is Black Manta. If I had to put a gripe on there, I would say his helmet is probably just a little bit too small. Actually, it's actually very, very too small because the neck goes all the way up and then the head is just flat on top. However, the rest of the figure looks absolutely beautiful. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and take Black Manta off the rotating turntable and take a closer look at the accessories that he came with. When it comes to accessories, guys, Black Manta doesn't really come with much. However, he does come with his own little mini arsenal here. Just like all Mcfarlane Toys, he does, of course, come with his own DC stand with the DC logo stamped right there, front and center. He also comes with a beautiful trading card that he has that looks exactly like his comic image, and we'll see that very, very soon. When it comes to his other accessories, guys, he does come with dual blades that plug very easily into his forearms. I can actually bring him over into the spotlight here just to show you guys. There's a little notch here, there's a little plug there, and you can just slide it right in, no problems at all, and it does work beautifully. It's not going to fall out on its own. It fits beautifully. And last but not least, guys, he does, of course, come with, I guess you would call this his trident. I don't know. It's kind of giving just like scepter or spear vibes to me. However, he does come with this, and I don't remember this in the comic. However, I do love these more than I love this. But the detail alone on this little, we'll call it a trident because I don't really know what else they were going for other than the trident, or we'll call it a scepter. Let's call it a scepter because that's what it really looks like, does it not? But the detail on this scepter does look freaking amazing. I really do love the reds that pop on the handle. I love all the wires sticking out of it and just how sharp this blade looks. But not to worry, it's very dull. It's not going to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. It is just a beautifully sculpted scepter, and it's got this little point at the end of it too. Just a little extra stab action. With all this other, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the accessories and take a closer look at the detail. Actually, guys, I lied. Before we zoom in and take a look at the detail, I did want to show you the cover of the comic book. Each one of these figures in this Page Puncher line did get their own cover art for the comic. Now, unfortunately, the comic is the same one on each figure. There is nothing different. It is the exact same comic. However, I feel like there should be like a 4-part mini story, a little mini series going on for the page punchers. But that's just me personally. With all that said, guys, now let's take a closer look at the detail. In terms of detail, guys, I absolutely think this Black Manta looks beautiful. I cannot harp on it enough at the beginning of the video. This is fully decked out by Mcfarlane Toys. Just starting with the head sculpt, I will say, once again, the helmet is just like, that is really, really tight. There's no way there is a human head inside this helmet. I just can't get past it. Like, the neck goes all the way up to here, and then the head is here. There is no way there is a human head inside here, unless you want his mouth to be right here, but I doubt it. However, I do think this figure is beautifully detailed. Going down here now, guys, looking at the chest sculpt, I love the reds and the black, just how the reds are so few and far in between that it just looks so sleek. I'm not a big fan of this little, I don't know, this little oxygen adapter, like, cover. It kind of makes me think of like a gas cap. Like maybe he's got like an oxygen cap here. I'm not really sure. If I'm not mistaken, when I read the comic, I thought it was an actually decent Aquaman story. However, he wasn't in the water. He just fought in a warehouse. Like that was it. We didn't see any underwater scenes. But this suit, it looks absolutely amazing. I love this suit. Flipping her to the back now, guys. Looking at the detail on the back, I love his little breathing apparatus he has here. And the tubes that plug into the back of his head, they are done beautifully. I love the little lines that go all the way throughout it, all the way up. And not to mention the detail going throughout the entire suit as well. How he's got this kind of scaly look to him. Like he just is Black Manta. He looks amazing. Down here now, guys, looking at his legs, like I just said, are still beautifully detailed. The red is still popping throughout the black. And just like with every Aquaman figure and Aquaman villain, he does, of course, have the fins on the back of his calves. So he still is the Aquaman bad guy. And I also love how he's got his little flight jet boosters on the backside here, too. They didn't get rid of those. He still is able to fly and propel himself underwater. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the detail and take a closer look at his size, some articulation, and get into some size comparison. When it comes to how tall Black Manta stands, guys, this Black Manta does stand to the top of the dome, looks like 7.5 inches, but in typical Mcfarlane sense, if you want to round down to the 7 inches, you can. Let's go ahead and reach around here and take him off of his display dip base and take a closer look at his articulation. Starting off with the head articulation, guys, he does look up just a little bit and he can look down all the way. He cannot, unfortunately, rotate his head all the way around due to the tubes plugged into the back of his head. However, he is on that standard ball joint, so he also gets some beautiful head tilt, and especially with this flat head, you can really see the tilt. When it comes to his arm articulation, guys, his arms go up about that far. He comes with a useful butterfly joint, bicep swivel, although the shoulder pads will get in the way, so I would be careful on that. You don't want to, it's not like they're a hard plastic. They are a soft plastic, but you don't want to strain them. They could still rip off. Double hinged elbows, and his hands do, of course, swivel all the way around, hinge up and down. When it comes to his ab crunch, guys, his ab crunch is existing, so he can brood and look very sad, but he is also a limbo master at the DC parties. He does, of course, get some beautiful ab tilt in there as well. Waist swivel, and his legs go out about that far. They go back about that far, exposing the classic Mcfarlane crotch gap. Double hinge knees, and when his ankles, they do articulate down, they articulate up. He has beautiful toe articulation, and of course, that fantastic ankle pivot. Starting off the size comparison, guys, here we have Black Manta standing next to the Endless Winter Aquaman, and as you can see, their scale does work beautifully. Next up, guys, sticking inside the DC universe of Aqualand, here we have Black Manta standing next to the recently looked at Ocean Master, and their scale still works beautifully. And last but not least, guys, here we have Page Puncher's Black Manta standing next to the Marvel Legends Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and as you can see, it simply does not work. Alrighty, guys, and there you have it. Another action figure review video in the books on my channel for you guys to enjoy. When it comes to my review on the Page Puncher's Black Manta, I'm going to give this guy a solid 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this figure. The detail is a chef's kiss. The only gripe I could find on this guy is just that head sculpt. I feel like the head sculpt is too small. However, the rest of the figure is immaculate. I could not bring myself to bring it a single notch down. If you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. I would love to go back and forth with some of you guys to see how you guys really feel about this Black Manta. With all that said though, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I try to do at least 2 videos a week for you guys to enjoy. I also wanted to add in, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. At the time of filming this though, it is New Year's Eve. So in the middle of this video, if you heard some boom, boom, booms, that is the neighborhood celebrating and popping off the beautiful fireworks. With all that said, guys, I'm getting out of here, and I will see you in the next year.